Yeah. I wanna know what's on your mind. Tell me now, don't waste no time. I'm tryna tell you, you can lean on me. Oh, I can see it in Hanks and B. Good game, and it's coming free. Ain't got a dime, no text, no fees. Dio shade, you a Christian, I see. That's at the mall, everything on me. His and hers, 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 his and hers. His and hers, his and hers. Got your wants and all that you need. If you can see, then you can believe. I wouldn't leave even if I was street. They say it's hard, I'll do it with it.
Parenting is the easiest thing in the world to have an opinion about, but actually the hardest thing in the world to do. What's good, you guys? It's your girl Amina Benton.
It's your boy Hanks, your neighborhood favorite comedian, and you're now tuning into His
and Hers podcast. Welcome back to another episode 27. And as you can see today, we have guests. And today's episode is today's generation of parents. So we brought in two different parents. All right, you want to introduce yourself?
Deontay.
Well, come on now.
Actually,
I'm sorry. I'm Deontay.
Let's go first.
It don't matter.
But you're cool. I understand what you wanted to do, but you didn't.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm Alexis.
I got you.
Okay. So tell us, Alexis.
Come on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give us
Alexis,
more.
mommy gang. Come on, talk your shit. You wanna?
Alexis.
You camera shit? Oh my god.
What is no. Say your names. Okay, I'm Alexis, owner of Mommy Gang.
Okay, and you have.
I have a business encouraging mothers to support each other because there's a lot of mommy bashing going on in today's society. So I started a brand to support each other.
Yeah, and so your child is?
My child is Chase. He just turned 1. Little
Shout
boy.
out the kid.
Little boy. And then...
My name is Deontay, and I'm a girl dad.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm a girl dad too.
My daughter
We
named
lit.
my daughter named Madison, and she's 2 years old. She turned 2 in June.
Aw.
Shout out to baby girl.
Okay, so we're gonna dissect and pick the brains of these two young black parents. We're gonna talk to them about how they balance their work life, social life, and still try to be the best parent that they can be. We'll also discuss how they would like to raise their child, especially in today's climate with everything going on with Black Lives Matter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's dive into it. All right. So what does parenting look like to you guys?
Parenting is a 24/7 job. Like, I remember when I had my son and the nurses left after he came out, and they was just like, here you go. And I'm just like, where y'all going? And they're like, oh, that's your kid. I'm like, dang, I gotta be a mom every day. And it literally hits me. Like, I enjoy it, but it can be trying sometimes, but it's an amazing job. It's definitely a job though. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, kind of to piggyback off what she said, with me and my child's mother not being together, I guess I just try to be as supportive as I can be, because I do understand, because my mom was a single mom, so I understand the pressure of it just being one parent. So I just try to be available for whatever she kind of needs me to do with me not staying in-house, you know. So even, and a lot of times she ain't gonna tell me what she needs when I know a baby always needs something.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just offer, you know, I just send her money, or, you know, ask her if she need me to get her, or, you know, whatever the case, because she's not gonna ask. Sometimes I think the other parent who's like the custodial parent, they don't even necessarily know what they need.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, so we're, you know, just trying to offer.
And I don't want to be a pest.
Right.
To ask for help.
Exactly.
But I tell my child, mother is something on her father. Like,
Exactly.
ain't gonna ask me to do nothing.
Right.
Whatever it is, it is. So
Exactly.
it is what it is. Yeah, so it's more so, because that's like my child mother. She don't like my mother for nothing, but she be needing help.
Right.
Then she'll break down. Oh my God, when shit get rough.
That's
You just
exactly
ask for
how
help.
it is.
You ain't not gonna do it by yourself.
Right.
Because I think what it is too though, like society is a lot of deadbeats.
Yeah.
So that kind of messes the female head up too when they break up from their baby father. They think they're gonna be a deadbeat too, but you're not. Every man not like that. It's just y'all ain't work yourself out. So
Right.
you just move on and go from there. But yeah, that's all it is for real. It's a mind thing. But I think as men, we definitely gotta be there mentally for the women, for the mothers, because it is a lot. Yeah, man, from the birth to the postpartum depression.
Yeah.
Did you experience that? Not to get too much in your business.
No, it's
but-
okay. Not necessarily depression, but baby blues, where like you're just emotional all the time. Like you're happy. I was crying when I was like the first 2 weeks after I had my son. I cried like literally every day. Like I was happy, overwhelmed, sad. It was just like a lot. Like it's
emotions.
And it's like, you know, I've always been around kids, but once you have your own, it's just like, wow, like I have a life dependent on me. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of weight because you don't want to let your child down. And
Big facts.
you don't want to, you know, you just want, it's just a lot of weight. But no, as far as depression, no. But I can definitely see how women get to it, have postpartum depression, because honestly, I feel like if I was a single mom for my first child, I probably would have, because it's I rely on my child's father a lot. So if he wasn't there to support me with a lot of that, I probably would have. I'll be feeling depression.
Yeah.
So with you and your child's mother, when did y'all, and before your daughter was born or after?
It's weird. Like I don't know when, because we was having issues before she had, but the issues wasn't us, which I think a lot of times people, you got to be mindful of that too, kind of who you choose to get advice from.
Big facts.
Because, you know, when I look back at it now, it wasn't really because of us. It was because of outside.
Naysayers,
Right, outside voices saying how things should go.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, it's our child.
Yeah.
And that kind of used to be my issue. You know, we'd say, well, we're having a baby, and then well, my mom wants to have it. This ain't your mom's baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, this ain't your mom's kid. So it's like, we started arguing about stuff like that. And then me thinking about, I don't want to stress her out while she's pregnant. So I just kind of was like, I'm going to fall back on that right now and just try to be supportive with the baby.
Yeah.
So
we were just trying to focus on the baby.
So when I was saying, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just so really kind of towards, I want to say when she was around 6 months, we never really said like we're not together, but it just like looking back at it, we wasn't together.
What?
No, I'm saying I'm being real though.
That's how it be.
No, I'm saying because we never officially you never officially said like, oh, I'm not, but I do know it was real rocky at that time because of, you know, all the outside voices and stuff. But I never had that intent like I wanted to leave her with the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that was never my thought process.
Yeah.
And that's like some of the backlash.
Yeah.
It's like,
because sometimes the break is, like, people understand babies can make or break.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like having that baby, because you like in my like I learned a lot recently with when I went back home. I told people this. I don't think I told you, but I told people for real. Like I learned that what my child mother didn't give me, God put my daughter in my life to give me that. So I didn't, in the beginning, I didn't realize.
Right.
I shut it out. You know what I'm saying? But everything that her mother literally don't give me, like from the PDA and all that other extra shit, my daughter give it to me.
And that's a big part too, because I mean, we always talk about how women feel when they're pregnant, but they don't. We feel we think about stuff too.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
What?
It's a lot of pressure.
So like what? Yeah, I was about to say like.
I mean.
So how do you feel about just like the stigma that's placed on black men and them as fathers, like them being deadbeats or not around as much, or if they are around, it's most so like financially, or even some men do feel like if I'm financially there, I'm there. You know, just like the culture alone. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think when people talk about it, they should look into it a little more in detail, because it's very complex. Meaning, you can say a father is not around and he's only around financially, but sometimes that's because of the mother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's because the mom is using the child. Like, I mean, I've had that happen to me, using the child as a pawn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or to get what they want, or
they always do that.
Yeah, so
the baby
it's like,
miss you. First of all, a baby is an infant.
Right.
They didn't say he missed me, so
so it's like,
I'm annoyed.
Right.
You missed me.
Or, you know, even like just being in certain places, like it's been times where I couldn't be somewhere for my daughter, not because I didn't want to be there for my daughter, but because her mom's mad at me and she ain't want me there.
Yeah.
You know.
So then it looks like, of course to the people who are there, it's like, why her dad not here?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not there because I didn't want to be there. I'm not there because her mom ain't. But she's going to put it off like.
So do you feel like it's hard to like be respectful of her needs and still try to play a part in your daughter's life? Because for some, like in my head, right, just try to play devil's advocate. It's like, so why didn't you, even if she didn't want you there, why didn't you go?
It's tough.
I mean, because it's one of them things where it's like now you're taking away from what's going on, and then too, you don't want to create confrontation because it's gonna be confrontation if I come without, you know what I'm saying. So it's the situation where it's like you really can't do that. And I found out too, fathers, if you're not married, get legitimized, because if you're not married when the child is born, all rights go to the mom.
Yeah.
So we have to remember that too, because saying just. I'm just being honest.
No, I don't think he have any rights.
No,
I don't think he do.
No, and I'm being because
she ain't crazy.
No, because I'm in the process of getting legitimized.
Yeah,
because,
but you have to get in the process of that.
Yeah, that's a court. You gotta go through the court.
Legitimized, like what?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you what legitimation is.
No, you don't have no rights to Kindle.
So
you got the game for that.
All right, so
first of all, my child not even that crazy.
Listen,
and second of
school
all,
him. Let him know it's not about her.
That's what I'm saying. You can school me, right?
Okay.
It's not about her.
Let me tell the word difference between me and legal. That's what I'm saying. State and Dr. Markel Hanks are two different people. Check this out. Another thing, a reason why I say now that's the legal way to do it, correct? In my way and other way that I be around two different ways. Now, like he said about the civil back of you don't want to start competition. My brother goes through that with one of his children. You feel me? Like he can't see her. He got a whole daughter. Feel me? I don't know how many kids he got. We got one daughter. You know what I mean? You keep it like that though. He got one daughter that he stresses about, and people understand how much stress it puts on a guy. Like, and this man is, you know him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying he's retarded. But if you see him,
I was gonna say he's very much into being a parent.
Yeah, no,
he loves his kids.
But he's retarded though, and what I mean by that is
David, I wasn't gonna call you retarded.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but they on there.
Oh,
they don't have any kids. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, she did that. I ain't do that. All I said was my brother. I got two.
You right.
Okay. So.
But you said.
That's what I'm about to say. So what I'm saying, but nevertheless, he goes through that. You feel me? And it bothers him to a T. Now he got his other 4 he can see. Oh shit, I said 4.
Look.
Keep going.
That's what I'm saying. He got 5, alright? He got 5. So it's sad, right? So one eye he can't see, and it bothers him for real. And like sometimes he called me like miserable, because it's like she wants to see her dad. And all our girls in our family are daddy girls. Every girl in our family, from my sister to my mother to Kendall, his kids are all daddy girls. You feel me? So at the end of the day, them not being around us, it bothers them. And the mother is she just. What is it called? It's yeah, bitter. You feel me? Like bitter. Like, and the thing about it is that just because he ain't want to be with you, you feel me? And he fucked up. It was his fault. He was. You know what I'm saying? But
that ain't got nothing to do with the kid.
And you feel me? So he wants to be in the child's life, and now it's like he's trying to work into. Oh, now I gotta wait till I get certain amount of money so that I can just, like how you said, do it the legal way. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, because he has no rights to it, like you said. But I feel like too, like with me and my child's mother, we have a relationship and a bond, and it's also about the background too, how you was raised. Her mother wasn't like that. Her mother wasn't with their fathers, so I feel like it's all trickled down too. Now, if the mother was like that, then 9 times out of 10 for real, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You feel me? I got homeboys will do it too. You feel me? It don't fall too far from the tree. If the mother like that, that's how the parent. That's how the mother gonna be. It's time that when my homeboys told me like, yo, if you break up with her, or you leave her, yo, it's gonna be hard to see Kendall. I see Kendall whenever I feel like it. And then because she's scared of me and that for real, she know I'm daddy. Like when I come, I'm coming. Like I want my daughter. You get what I'm saying? Like it ain't no, if we ain't together and we on good terms, even when we on bad terms, she still, you feel me? Yo, that's our father. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then like I said, a mother who really, like, mothers need their time to themselves. I see that shit a lot. They stress out day in, day out. Day in, day out because of the workload. They cooking and cleaning. You feel me? Then they come home when the kids start school. They going to school. They go to work. You feel me? Like all that stuff. A father, if you're not in the child, if you're not there, not in the household, you gotta get the child from him. That's why, like my sister, she got a boy, her child's father, who's man, whatever my niece need or whatever time she actually live with her. She lives with him during school. And he go with her summertime. Now, granted, it's kind of fucked up sometimes when she's gonna be a hot. But but still, you feel me? He still be like, you know what? I got her. You get what I'm saying? And he might take
stressful moments.
You get what I'm saying? And then when her birthday comes, he pay for all the trips. Her friends, my sister and her friends to go with their daughters, all of it, all taken care of. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, in that situation, I look at him as like a motivation. Like if mine don't end up like how it's supposed to be, I would take that route. Because at the end of the day, for real, he gets his child whenever. She don't put him through no harshness. Like, you can't see your daughter and all that.
What state did you have your child in?
Maryland.
Okay. Because Georgia is definitely different.
And this is my question too. So this is my question.
Because I was about to say, because I've heard that, like, if you don't have no legal rights, like, and it's not even about you and your child's mother or whatever. It's literally the legal system. If something happens to Kendall, you have no legal rights.
Whoa.
You know
That's true too, because Maryland different. That's what you said that, because you said Maryland, because actually my homeboy got full custody with both of his daughters. So, but and usually the mother gets that way.
Well, and see, legitimation,
so it could be different states.
It ain't really just about getting the kid too. Like, for example, even like with me, with my job and all that, like if I die, everything goes to my daughter when me being legitimized. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so break down to me.
So,
I get what you saying.
So
I get
it's,
what I mean.
it's kind of like,
No. It's time to go to school now.
So it's deep.
Before you went hood.
Yeah, so it's deep.
Well, you know, Darnell.
So it's past like just like if she letting you get her and stuff. You know, it's about kind of like her being protected even if you leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she'll be legally known as your child. Like literally, if she's not legally as your child, if you leave, it's kind of just like up to what your family might want to do or.
So you saying something happened to me, and I got money I can't leave to my daughter?
I mean, if you have it wrote, you could. But what I'm saying is like if you didn't have nothing wrote, like if you just left Mar, legally she's not looked at legally as your child.
Yo, shout out to Diamond, you feel me? One of my female friends, her baby father did that when he got, and that's crazy because he got killed, and he put her and the child
as a beneficiary.
Yeah, right. And they wasn't even together. That was just child more for real. She had a whole nother nigga and a boy baby father and all that now. But my fault, Diamond. Sorry. But yeah, it was more so of that's crazy. Yo, shout out to dad, yo, RIP, yo, because he was, and he wasn't even working for Pepsi no more. But when he got killed, that's wild. You said that, bro. Because now it makes sense. Maybe you should. I never knew why. I was like, how did she put you and her on his?
And then too, it's like it's stuff like this. Like it might be issues y'all not having right now, but this just an example.
Nah, it's life.
If she wanted to move to Canada, it's nothing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Big
like
facts.
I'm just being honest. I mean, I know you like you can go about it, whatever. But at the end of the day, ain't nothing you can do.
No, I know you do all that for real.
Legally, you call the police.
You're
gonna
literally saying you're gonna push her down the stairs on camera.
Listen, you call the police. All that they gonna say who's the legal guardian. Yeah. Whoever's the legal guardian.
I think legally.
I gotta do that then. No. My way home doing that ASAP.
When I didn't talk about school education, doctors.
So basically, if she moved, but I'm legally, she can't move without.
No, she gotta get your permission. Y'all gotta agree on it. Like you know what I'm saying, it gotta be a mutual agreement. So that's like even when you talk about
crazy, bro.
education.
That's why a lot of like that's why a lot of fathers don't have no say so. Not because
no bullshit.
It has nothing to do with the mother. It truly has to do with the law.
But that's my biggest thing too, though.
Well, hold on, I'm gonna say this too, though, because women could still give him authority if they wanted to. Mm-hmm. So that's why, in my case, the reason I had to go that route is because she abuses it. You get what I'm saying? Because she know I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she knows something.
You're right. I'm saying like she knows. Like I'm saying when I went and filed legitimation.
Now she gonna know.
Now she gonna know, and she gonna fuck you up.
I'm sure somebody has told her that. Though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, I'm not saying she use it against you because y'all just have everybody's relationship is different.
It's different, right.
But I'm saying in my case, I know like if it might be something that she wants her to do and I don't. In the back of her head, she always got, I call the shot.
That shit do be happening.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if we might not agree, she knows she could still do it.
No
it's
bullshit.
like,
no bullshit. It be stressing me out. I be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, she knows she can
I
do
get the last word, but legally I don't get the last word.
Legally, you don't get no word. Legally.
Be quiet for that. I'm gonna hurt her because you keep talking like that.
Oh my God.
Listen to me.
I mean, that's
all on camera. It's okay.
And I said when I was through with my case,
you a rat yourself.
That's something that I'm going to educate men on because I think a lot of men.
No, that's really important.
though. No. I
respect you for that.
On some real shit though, I didn't on some serious note though. I joke around a lot, but I'm dead serious though. I'm definitely going to take care of that because not because it's more so just to be on the back burner. And I'm telling Big Bro that Dave, I'm letting you know when I get home. Yeah, we doing that together because now you can get Dalen. Yeah.
Right, and his grandparent rights. I mean,
Yeah.
grandparents.
Right.
Yeah, grandparents.
Damn.
Yeah,
That
his
is such a
grandparent
thing.
rights.
And people are about it,
That
but
is
see,
such a
that's
thing.
my biggest thing when it comes to like society, right? Like it leans towards women.
It
More-
does, the
and
court
that's
system,
what I don't
in
understand.
family
Like,
court,
Especially
it should-
specific
should-
states, though.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Georgia?
I don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
that. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
They
to
do not fool
me,
with
it should be
fathers.
50-50 though, because you got some mothers who ain't shit.
Even
tell
if you
you.
signed a birth
Right.
Yeah.
A woman, I'm gonna tell you right now, a
Did I
woman
sound-
can
that's
be,
not
she can be strung out on
I was
drugs.
there.
Woman can almost be everything, and she still.
got
Yeah.
rights. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
you
But
got.
we don't
have no room to
That's
mess up.
and but see that's my thing though. Like it's like they have all room to fuck up anything.
Oh, we
and
don't.
then we don't.
But
Like I was totally surprised when Fats went in there. You feel me? I see his other name because I don't want to see his real name. You feel me? But
Your friend Fats.
yeah, friend Fats. When he got full custody of both of his children because he had them for both different females.
see, it must have been a bad situation for him to get that.
It wasn't though because they don't do like drugs. You feel me? They don't do nothing crazy. It was literally he just.
Where they just
I said, boy,
any
you
type
must
of
have had a
unfit
great ass
mother.
lawyer.
Was
Huh?
she agreeing to it?
She
had
had
to.
to.
No, the
Because
second
she
one didn't
fought
agree
that
to it. The second one he fought. Callie, he fought for her. Neville, he fought for a while too, but it was more so I think.
I think more so too. They probably.
Especially a daughter, like
yeah.
it had to be like some
Yeah.
type of something.
And
Yeah,
how old are they? Because the thing is, when you're
eight.
old enough, they'll
They
ask
can make
the
a
kids,
choice.
right?
Yeah.
They'll ask the
Yeah.
children
Oh,
who they rather stay
shit,
with.
can't never gonna be daddy.
So you know what I'm saying. So
I
they
love you.
play
You
a
know what I'm
part.
saying?
too.
All right. So that's really good to know. So
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
good.
move on.
Yeah, bro.
We're gonna
Appreciate you.
move on.
Hey, all my fellas, listen, rewind that back so you can make sure you get all that.
Yeah.
Skip all that fight that I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
get that real shit. Don't say it like that. They love me.
Oh my god. Okay. So the next question I'm gonna ask is, what's the hardest thing you have faced as a parent so far, with your child, not with like the significant other, but with being a parent?
The hardest thing I've faced.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in my case, with me being a father with a girl, because the thing is, before I had my daughter, I was real, like just aggressive.
Say it.
And I have to be gentle.
Don't say it. Say it.
You know what I'm saying? I was very aggressive and just like, no, not.
It's because he was like,
say it.
Spit it out.
I was a bishop. I beat her up like that.
no, but he was like, I was,
beat her. You say it.
I knew it. I just knew it.
I never feel this.
Look, breaking news. Spit it out. Look, spit. But no.
Oh, that's why you get the thing.
Please.
All right, look, she about to go out.
I was ready. No, I'm joking. But okay.
But no, I mean, like, you just like, when I ain't never been around, like, I've been around girls, but I'm saying you having a daughter, you gotta actually realize you gotta be a lot more gentle, and you used to just being
Assertive.
a dude, just
Yeah.
a dude. So it's like, even with now, as she's getting older, I have to find a thin line between discipline and still being sweet. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
hard for a father.
Yeah, she's exactly with a little girl,
Yeah,
because
my
they
son
kind
been
of just
in
run
this shit.
over you, kind of. So you gotta kind of have that fine line of when to let it go too far.
I'm talking about the son.
Yeah, that's sad. Stop
Mhm.
it.
Man, that's my son. Boy, hey, all that crying dead. My daughter cried.
We're
Look,
gonna
you
talk
see-
about that.
look.
We're
No,
gonna
we
talk about
we
that.
are gonna talk about
Look,
that.
look.
I can say something about
You see
that.
Yeah.
Mama bad, she
Yeah.
over there like,
Don't do it. True, mama.
yeah, so I mean, and it kind of like the opposite with me. It's kind of like, I feel like most of the time with a daughter, the mother is most of the time is the one who does the discipline.
Big fact.
But, and I'm the one who's
Yeah,
like, you better not hit my little girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am. But, yeah, so, and the reason I say it's difficult for me is because I don't never want my daughter to get hitting and that type of discipline connected to love. You get what I'm saying?
Get used to it.
Right.
Boy,
Getting used to it.
confused
So,
too.
I like his
confused on
mindset.
that.
That's
Yeah.
not
So-
everything. That's why
So that's one of the reasons why I don't do it. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So it's
good. Yeah.
and just trying to find that balance, just communicating. You know what I'm saying? When she is doing something she shouldn't be doing, just communicate.
And
Yeah.
letting her know.
Yeah. And with a daughter, women, they intelligent quicker than men do. So even as a baby, you can see like if Kendall see her mother and me fussing, Shorty jump right into it, or she start getting loud, like she'll laugh, but then like, yo, what you laughing? There's nothing in front of her. But what she trying to do is get our attention to say, yo, stop what y'all doing. So now, if we argue, now granted we cut back from arguing, but if we was to, it's more so we handle it a different way. You know what I'm saying? To kind of like get her understand. No. And that's why I put my hands on it.
And I got a funny story about it, because it just happened this past weekend. So me and her mom are not together. So I had took her to the park. No, look.
He's like, look, that's clear.
No, the reason,
we didn't get it before.
No, look.
The people, ladies.
The reason I'm saying that because I'm going
look
back
at the
to
camera when you say that.
Make sure
you gotta push it. Put it up.
Yeah.
But no, the reason I'm saying that is because, like what he was just saying, they are very mature, because I took her to the park. Her mom came and picked her up. And so I gave her to her, and she was like, put me down, I want to hold your hand. So she was walking with her. And then her other hand, she was like, Daddy, come hold his hand. So it's like she wanted to do the both parents walking, and I'm sitting here like, be your own kids.
It be your own kids. Don't cat. But I ain't gonna lie though, like with a daughter too, as a male, like if you was like out like running around and stuff like that, or doing what you was doing, sticking and moving, you get what I'm saying? Like when you get now, if you got a son, it never really calms you down, because it's like your son look up to you, so he think, oh yeah, Daddy got this, Daddy got that. Look cool, right? But with a daughter, it's look, bullshit. It's bullshit. But I'm saying like how some guys look. I'm not saying that's not how I would be, but
that's why God gave you a daughter.
Yeah, no, Richard though, God gave me a daughter to literally show me how to properly love a woman the correct way. Like I look at that as that, like my daughter is literally my best friend, so it's like, how I look at her, like it actually made me and my mother closer into a good relationship, as far as bonding and all that. You feel me? Because of the fact that when I look at, like I said, everything that I learned was that over this short period of time, like a couple weeks, is that the thing that her mother didn't apply, for the affection and stuff like that, Kendall picks up on it. You get what I'm saying? Like it is more so she do it without even knowing she doing it. And then but when she was young, I didn't pay it no mind. So me and her mother get into like, yo, you don't do that. But then me looking at Kendall now is like, damn, you do what your mother don't. You can make it easier for me to love your mother if I want to, the right way. You feel me? So it's like, it gave me that thought. You get what I'm saying? That's how daughters get to me when it comes to a man.
So I'm saying you thinking about it?
I don't get to the camera. Let's take Lily out the camera. Ladies.
All right.
You tripping.
Anyway, we're gonna get to Alexis. So what do you feel like is the hardest challenge for you, being a parent to Chase, being a parent to a black boy? Because we haven't heard much from you.
Just trying to balance. So I work full time. I'm in a relationship. I started a business. Trying to be a mom, and I'm still young, so I still try to go out and do things. So I guess balance is probably the most challenging thing, but I can say challenging, something that's challenging when I had my son. When he got circumcised, right? When he got circumcised, I didn't know anything about having a boy, like at all. So he got circumcised in the hospital, and the next week or so, like he would just cry because when he pees, it burns him. And that was so hard for me, because not only am I first time mom, I'm already tired as hell, and then I can't help my baby, and I done told him to snip my son, but I'm like, dang, I know it's gonna help him later in life. But that was a very he will. But that was a challenging moment for me. So any of like my mom friends who have boys, like I kind of warned them about it, like, hey, it's probably not gonna be a fun time, you know, it bleeds.
How long
you
did
have
it
take? It only takes a week to heal, so it's pretty quick, but that week is like
stressful.
Yeah.
Did you breastfeed?
Yes.
That's good.
Not long though.
How long?
But I did.
No, you know,
like 4 months.
That's good enough though.
Yeah.
You said over 3 or more is like.
That's what I was about to say. Was the second challenging thing is breastfeeding. That shit is overwhelming.
For the man too. You gotta get the bottles and shit.
No.
Yo, you grab a bottle of the freezer?
No.
Listen, I stay out of that because
breastfeeding is very challenging
for the baby to latch on.
Yeah, so he was able to latch. Yes, he was able to latch immediately, but it's just the milk production. And my son, he cluster fed a lot, so he always was on me every hour. So that was a part of my baby blues too.
So explain to people who don't know what cluster feeding
So cluster feeding is when they just eat for hours. Like he could just sit on my boob and eat
for hours?
for like 2
even
hours.
if he's
That's
full.
why you have to be
And
like
he be
that.
full.
He be around that,
Probably.
don't worry about it.
Probably,
Texas.
but no,
Yeah.
seriously, that part was really overwhelming because I'm just like, dang, I don't even want to do this no more because I don't have my body. I'll try to take a shower, and then as soon as I take a shower, he want to eat again, and I'm like, dang, I felt like I couldn't do nothing, and that was very draining for me. I guess I didn't even prepare my mom for it. I guess you can't really prepare
Because you don't know.
for it.
Every child is different.
Yeah, you can't
every child
prepare
is
for it,
different.
but I feel like that's one thing where the missed that been on the mental side. I think I told you about that when I said like my child mother told me like physically I was there 110%, feel me? But mentally she felt like I wasn't there for her. And at that point in time, yeah, like at that time looking like, what? Nigga, I was always there.
No,
So that's the physical part. But how she just said about every hour he hungry and all that.
Just imagine though, like every hour, like it's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm
even
saying.
when you sleep, like I had to like co-sleep with him, so he's sleeping in the bed with me, and it's like I could never do nothing. And you just on social media, you see your friends out, you can't do nothing.
Stressful.
And it's like, okay, I can pump, but I pump a little bit, and then now you don't want some more. It's like I literally had to plan my life around feeding him, but I couldn't think about nothing.
But that's why I said.
Hard.
But that's why I said, as far as for the men, for real, like I learned that, like I learned it quick though. Now, granted, the mentally part wasn't there. She said, right. But what I learned was is that even when I was there physically, like, cause like you said, y'all get into that baby blues or whatever. So you see it from Instagram and all that, and I used to see her doing it, right. So I was like, yo, you want to go? You can go out. You know what I'm saying? But now it's the body thing. My body's not where
His
I want
body,
it to be.
you feel guilty.
So it's like,
dang,
yo,
leaving
you
my
feel me?
baby.
I got you. Just go ahead and do what you gotta do. And people don't understand how stressful it is for a man. You get what I'm saying? To keep you trying to give out like, yo, I'm here. But then she like, nah. Then you like, but I'm here.
I think it's more so I think guys. I mean, again, I'm not a parent, but I mean, I've worked with. Calm down. I've worked with kids for 8 years plus.
You know what?
I'm like, kill you. Go on camera. Go ahead.
My parents watch this.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm literally joking. You know what I'm saying?
Not having a child.
Okay? Not yet.
Not yet.
3 more years.
Give me 3-4 years.
3. Ah, baby. Oh, yeah.
All right. Anywho, so but what I feel like when there's like when mothers go through this baby blues like period in their time, I think guys don't realize that most of the time, for real, though they see their friends going out, I think more so they just want to feel like they're still them.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it comes from the guy. Instead of you saying, yo, I'll take Kendall, go out.
Man, I used to tell her every day, you look, listen to me.
It's not about that. It's not just about compliments.
Yeah.
It's about, you know what, let me take Kendall to my mom's. Let's go do this.
That's the mental part I said that I wasn't there for.
Yes.
Right.
So that's it. I think guys think, oh, she just want to be with her friends, and it's like, honestly, no, I don't want to be with my friends. I want to be with you, but I want us to, do what we was doing before the baby.
No, that's another challenging part. I was like, when I had my son, I'm just like, I felt like I lost my boyfriend like for the first 2-3 months. So I'm just like, dang, it ain't about me and you. Like, we can't even focus on us. It was just him, and I felt like I want attention. Like, I want this, but it was all about Chase. It was all about Chase.
I was about to say
that part is just.
I saw a post about that. They said when you have a baby, that one person, well, both parents put that attention on the kid. So like somebody eventually gets like jealous for real. You feel me? Now most time if it's like a mommy who has a boy, or if it's mom who got a boy, it's usually the father feels like, damn, I ain't getting no more love no more.
Yeah.
Or when it's the daughter who has a father, it's like, I ain't getting no love no more. And I know that I did that to my child's mother, and she said it before to me, like, you feel me, like but I told her like, yo, if I got $250, if Kendall need to spend $250, $249, I gotta get the baby girl now. But what I learned is that when I said that, it was more so of like, I was saying it more so of figuratively. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I said the word right. I think I did, but I didn't. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So, but it's more so like, it's just balancing, yo. And that's the hardest part. Man, you say this is balancing. Like trying to balance to make the woman that you love feel like she's special again, but then trying to give this newborn person who deserves everything, who didn't actually come here try to make them feel special too. And that's the hardest part, I think, for on my end. I don't know about every other guy, but just for me as a parent, like trying to balance it for Ray, for me. And that's why we had to break it off too, because it was like, yo, I gotta learn some things first before I come back. If I come back,
I mean, I've
the streets come. You know?
I mean, I've did that. Even
Streets
with
love
me
me.
not being like, even with us not being together, I still like send. You know, I still like send text messages telling her like she's a good mom.
Mhm.
You know? Because
good.
my thing
Yeah.
is, even though we have issues as the parents, I do still think she's a great mom.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I always
I think
tell her that.
I
That's
respect
good to
you
do that,
for
for real.
just even like separating the two,
Right.
who she was as your girlfriend versus who she is
As a mother
as
to
your
a
mother
child.
to your
Right.
child. Because people don't know how to separate
Yeah.
the two.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, I feel like they get so caught up in their own feelings that they're gonna neglect their child's feelings, and as the children suffer.
Yeah,
You know,
and
the most of it.
that's true because like even like people who watch like that's why I say social media is so much of a big part of people's lives. Because even when like I might shout out my child's mother just appreciation because of what she did and what she, you feel what I'm saying, I left to come chase a dream. You get what I'm saying? And you took on the fort and held it down. And I know it's rough. You get what I'm saying? I say it in your face for real, but I shot you out because of the fact that I know. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm appreciating it, you get what I'm saying? But then you got people coming to you, oh, I knew y'all was just going to be back together. I'm like, yo, it's appreciate. I can't appreciate it.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's me
That's
just showing
society.
love.
I think. I mean, other people's opinions, you know, don't even really matter or should even.
It shouldn't
take
matter, but sometimes I ain't gonna lie, it bothers
You
me.
know, it bothers everybody. It does, honestly.
Because, like, damn, all I'm doing is showing mad love.
Right, and it's like,
And that's
even if that's what y'all want, that's cool too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
feel me? Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
You
Like,
want to get back to
exactly. Nah, like, yeah, like I
but
said,
that's
I
your
ain't.
business.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying, but I'm
No,
like,
real shit though, real shit though.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You feel me? If it's me, I tell everybody for real. You feel me? One thing I learned from this girl on my left side that I don't like that. Yeah, y'all know. Is that one thing she did say was that you do meet some people at the wrong time, the right person at the wrong time. And for me, said right was like, yo, you geeking? Like, no, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, if you meet them, nigga, they ain't for you, not for you. But sometimes that distance, people understand how much distance is. Sometimes distance grows you back together, and it actually becomes to make y'all whole individually.
And
You come home, become whole. Exactly.
And
You feel
Because
me?
this has always been my thing too. If you love your child, you love half of the other person too.
Yeah.
Because they're half of them too.
I told her mother.
Regardless,
I told her mother before for real. Like she thought I was joking when I said it because you see it on the movie. But you know, like I told her mother for real. Like, yo, I love you more than I love your daughter because it wasn't for you, she wouldn't be it. That was in the beginning though.
Okay, let's move on.
Change my thoughts.
Oh my God! All right, Chopster, you chopping right now.
Chopstick.
All right. Anyways, so I want to kind of talk about the word baby mother, right? And like, what is the word baby mother? When you hear the word baby mother, what's the first thing that comes to your head? Like, what's the first? Tragic. What's yours? What's the first thing that comes? What's the first word?
You shouldn't use
Toxic.
Toxic.
No bullshit. No bullshit.
Okay. What's yours?
And as soon as I hear baby mom, I assume they're not together.
Yeah. Okay.
Big fact.
Big
I
fact.
automatically-
All right.
Yeah, I just assume they're not.
I automatically go ratchet. I don't know why. I automatically go ratchet.
Because once again, society
Society,
shows you, even what kind of baby daddy.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna kill you if you would never. Like, so now if a nigga here got baby daddy,
No,
like,
I think that's just bugging.
And listen,
That's
look,
everywhere.
let me tell you, and
It's
I'm-
everywhere.
You live in the suburbs.
I make a conscious effort to call her my child's mother.
Thank you.
I
I do too,
don't
bro.
say
That's real
baby
shit.
mom.
That's real. No, and that's
See, I'm
respectful.
kind of opposite. So I think I took the word and I try to make it fun.
I mean, yeah, and that's
So,
cool
like,
too.
I'll say my baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm his baby
But-
mama.
but
You
you
know,
see,
in a
it-
fun way.
In a
But that's
fun,
cool.
loving
I'm
way.
be like this.
I think
Let
when
me
it
tell her.
comes from a woman's mouth,
That's
It's
what I was
different.
about.
It's different
And this is what I was about to say too.
compared to-
It's different because y'all together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like they know y'all together, so it's like
It's just it's
fun.
haha,
Like,
they
it's,
funny.
you know,
And
it's
then females
fun.
don't want to deal with nigga got baby mama.
But when it's coming from a guy, it automatically, like, every time the reason I don't say baby mom is because I think every time I've heard dudes say baby mom, it's finna be something negative.
Talk
Yeah,
behind
it's like
it.
they
They're
hate them,
complaining.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they finna complain or say
Yeah.
something bad about them or
Yeah,
something.
no, I get it.
And some dudes kind of look for that. Like, if you're not with your child's mother, it's like they look for you to say something bad. And it's like, even if we have issues, I don't have nothing
Niggas
bad to say. You know what I'm
just want to
saying?
sound cool for real.
Right,
Shit
it's
not
like-
cool. Honestly, for real, not cool. Like baby mother, what it came with and all that, it sound cool, but it's really not cool. Cause like you said, when you first hear it, it's toxic. Well, she said that's toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, like you said, negative. When you hear baby mother for real, if you go to a female and you be like, yeah, this my baby mother card. Her whole energy changed. Now it's like she feel like, but that's why I say for real. I tried so much to say my child's mother. It might not. Sometimes I was like, yo, her baby mother. But I try to say my child's mother because of the fact that the respect of it too. It is saying my child's mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the baby daddy and baby father, it comes with drama behind it. Not time for it comes with drama. Now, granted, like you said, it must be a Baltimore thing, but I truly believe it everywhere. Like, it comes with drama behind it. She don't even like dealing with a lot of baby.
Yeah, I mean, hold up. Hey.
Let me know,
I'm
fellas.
my business. No.
For me first.
I mean, I think every woman wants to be
but sometimes it ain't built like that.
And it's understandable.
In a generation.
Yeah. Listen, I think the culture behind the word baby mother is it is toxic. It's badly put out there. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about it when you hear it?
I said it. I said ratchet. I think of a ratchet chick who's like, I want my money to, like buy ring. Like that.
B, stop playing me 5 smash you be my daughter.
See, that's Baltimore. Like,
it always get violent when you
You be like,
yeah, that's why I said he talk about some baby father. I'll shoot that nigga up. Who you with? That's Baltimore.
Remember little shit said that with a question?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's Baltimore. But I'm just saying,
So violent.
But
I'm not violent. I'm lovable.
Whatever.
I'm a lovable guy.
But I don't like the call. Of course, I think nobody truly likes the culture that's put in behind the word baby mother.
And it's a hidden agenda.
Yeah.
Too, I think.
And I think some people too actually live up to the quota. Who like being that? You
know,
know?
it's cool. It's not cool.
I see people like who post stuff like, it's like dudes who say like they target single moms.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I'm saying it done became this thing where like people talk about it, and it's like I feel like the reason they want people to talk about it so freely is to make it like that's the new norm or that should be okay.
And
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it shouldn't. It should. If you can have a 2-parent household, I think
that
you
would
should.
be,
Bro,
yeah.
If you got a 2-parent
you don't
household,
want to be a
that's
statistic.
important, right?
Yeah, like you want to win. Like I'm not saying fight for this shit that's not meant to be there. You feel what I'm saying? But if you feel like it's something like that is there, or you feel like that's why I say the biggest thing is space. If you can get space, you can grow individually to learn about what you like. You get what I'm saying? And what you want out of a person. If it's man or women, you get what I'm saying? I don't know how people move in this world, but you know. You know what I'm saying? And then same on the other hand, women and men. You get what I'm saying? Like it truly like on some serious type shit.
I think also for our you do that all the time. Thank you.
I'm gonna shut up.
Thank you.
If a guest said I gotta shut up.
Yeah, and she watching. So she know. And she watch, so she know.
I'm like, Tara hates to show the
On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and chill.
Yeah, just make sure that they show.
I don't want to get no DMs.
Don't get flagged on YouTube.
Yeah, don't get flagged on YouTube. Anyways.
Don't get flagged.
Okay.
Like on YouTube.
You get flagged?
Yes. It's called, they consider that nudity.
Yeah.
Even though it ain't much showing.
Anywho.
Anyways, back to the focus at hand.
Yeah, right? I ain't trying to start
now. Jesus.
Go ahead and watch.
I forgot even my train of thought. We'll just move on. We'll move on. Yeah, I think we kind of got into like black fathers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How different is it from how you grew up to how you want to raise your child? Like, what are you going to take, and what are you absolutely going to be like, hell no?
So I have a theory about that.
Okay.
So what I think all parents do is I think all parents try to take their childhood traumas and not do them to their kids
and end up doing
but
it.
they create other ones. Like they create other childhood traumas.
They create
for
worse
example,
ones.
the parent who may have felt like my mom was too strict, so she kind of be lenient, but then her child will come back and say, I feel like you let me do too much.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like it kind of keeps,
you're not, I think parenting, you're never right.
Right. It's not a right way to parent.
Yeah. Alright, but you just feel like you won't always be as successful as you want to be, right?
I'd say it's just the thing is, as long as you parent knowing that you did it with good intent and, and doing what you felt was best for your child, I feel like that's being a good parent. Mm-hmm. Not trying to live up to somebody else's expectation of what a good parent is, because they may think that's a good parent, but the other person may not. So
right.
it just, like I said, it really come down to you and the other parent, what y'all see is best for y'all child. That's what I think.
My thing is unconditional love. Not saying my parents didn't give me that, but just showing it more, I guess. Like, no matter what, if you F up, whatever, I still love you the same, And then also with discipline. Now, I feel like my mom was real rough on me and my brother. And I'm not saying I'm going to be lenient on Chase, but I feel like there's different ways to discipline your child. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to beat their ass all the time, just because they drop something on the floor.
But that 2-finger pop right there,
I'm
telling you.
He gets the pop.
Now, listen to me. Sometimes, eventually, people get caught on with that 2-finger pop, and it goes to, they 15, still trying to 2-finger pop.
No. I'm not saying, now, first of all, you shouldn't be popping a child until they're 1 or 2. My personal opinion.
What?
But, yeah.
Well, I don't think you should hit a kid. In my opinion, I don't think you should hit a child, period. Mm-hmm. But it's more so because it's different ways, like you said.
Different ways to handle it.
You get what I'm saying? I got beatings. You get what I'm saying? But to be honest, I needed it.
We all got beatings.
No, I deserve it.
I really didn't get it. I didn't get it.
I got my ass.
But but my sister, on the other hand, didn't get nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It was more.
It was opposite me and my brother.
See, I was the only child too, though.
That's
the only child.
Get out of here. I'm joking. Get out of here.
Yeah, for real, because you really was lit.
Yeah. Definitely.
They could compare you to nobody.
Yeah,
I got compared to my little brothers all the
time.
time.
But see, and that's another thing too. And that's the whole thing too, for real too. I feel like parents did too growing up. It's comparing. Don't compare me to my bro. I'm not gonna be him. I ain't trying to put it on him. It's the same. You feel me? You shouldn't compare.
I think for me, like I said, discipline. And then also, you know how you were saying y'all don't want to whoop your daughters and stuff like that. My biggest thing is not to be too hard on my son, where I feel like that's a problem with a lot of black men now. They feel like they can't show emotions because, you're a man, you can't cry, you can't do this, and I want him. I did not. Whatever. So my boyfriend, he'll be like, my son will be crying because he got hurt, and he's like, he a boy. And I'm like, no, my son is going to feel love from his mom, especially because he's still a baby.
And that part,
y'all start too young.
But mothers get too attached too, because you listen to what I'm saying. I didn't have the motherly love, you get what I'm saying, from my biological mother. Mm-hmm. So my stepmother played a big role, you get what I'm saying? So, but my father, when it came to sports and all that, now granted, my father allowed me, one time, when our game got forfeited, and I cried because I wanted to play bad. You feel? I was like, I wanted to play. They forfeited. I was upset, but my mother was like, "Come in," and all that. My father ain't stop her. But what it was that he understood that it was emotion behind why I did it for real. It wasn't because I was just crying because something crazy. You get what I'm saying? But growing up as a kid too, he always said "Yo, don't cry over something that you can't control," and stuff like that. But sometimes mothers, because it's just motherly nature. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I never get mad at her for doing that.
And I'm not gonna not nurture my kid because he's a boy.
But I would say this too though. But don't stop the father from letting him not.
I think it's a balance.
Yeah, it's a balance.
But my child's one.
No, at
so
one.
But
Alexis, we can.
I think more so for her.
You're mama's boy though. You know that, right?
I mean,
right. And that's fine. But I think more so,
but not in a bad way.
But don't you think that as a man, as a little boy, don't you think that having your father tell you it's cool to cry makes you even more tougher in life versus
it depends on what you're crying about though.
No, I think
it's not even about crying. So with
I think it's emotion.
But look, if we drop my son off to my mom's house and I'll be like, oh, bye, give him a kiss and stuff. And then my boyfriend, I'm like, oh, go get daddy kiss. And he's like, oh, he don't need no kiss. It's definitely.
Oh, no, different. No, that's different.
You don't have to be so rough.
Yeah, you ain't got to be that hard. Yeah.
That's the toxic masculinity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like I had to learn that even with kids, just even my friends, when you get off the phone with them, it's okay to tell your friend you love them.
Yeah, I tell them bro that every day.
I know someone who says it exactly.
Yeah, it's okay to be I love you. You're not gay for
exactly.
You know what? I don't even think think for me, growing up in an African household, really honestly, no, I don't, and that's because of how I grew up. It wasn't normalized for us to say I love you. Like I mean, we joke about it to my dad now. And I think now that we're older and he's older, he's like, oh dang, I didn't say it enough. So now like he don't really like us joking about it, but really he didn't. It wasn't to hear my dad say I love you wasn't normal, but it didn't mean he didn't.
And that's why
because he showed it.
Exactly. But that's why some people when they get older and a man say what he do love him and you don't say it back, it throw him off.
And, and what Alyssa's saying right now, it makes sense because I remember I was there because my father wasn't in my life growing up. You know, so I remember one time I went to one of my friends' house, and when I walked in. When we walked in, he was introducing me to his parents, and his dad walked up to him and gave him a kiss on the cheek. And he walked up to me, and he, usually when you see me, and he gave me a hug. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm sitting there.
It wasn't normalized.
Yeah, it wasn't normal to me at that time. So I'm like, what the fuck? He's hugging me. Like, I was so uncomfortable. But then, like I said, sometimes you can go around and see environments and see. Oh, this is normal too. You get what I'm saying? Like this.
And it's sad when you don't get exposed to that because then that's your mental the entire time.
I love it. Seriously. I really want you to love somebody like so much. It's just killing me.
I love you. I love you.
You love your friend like you love a man.
Side question. So do you feel like that affected you?
Oh, for sure. It affects me now. Even like.
But you're very transparent. Transparent.
Yeah, I'm very transparent and just I'm very open about that. But I think it has, when people tell me, "Oh, I love you," I just all right, bye. Like literally, it
in the heart.
Because like me and her, we don't like hug and stuff, but like my other friends, like we're very huggy. And stuff too. But she was like,
I'm talking about but think about a body I told her before, like, yo, when I realized, like, when I really like been around her for a while now, like it's been like a year now. So me watching her for real and watching her justice, I'm like, yo, you really like to be loved on. Like she like to be touched. No, but because I said for real, her parents like, yo, don't touch. Like if I like, yo, don't do that. I'm like,
I'm quick to say don't touch. Don't do this.
What's gonna be funny though is when she have kids, she's gonna be super.
That's what I told her.
But I'm like that with the kids. I don't have any kids, but I have like God, and stuff like that. And I'm very affectionate.
I know that she's the godmother to your child. Let me tell you what happened one time when me and her was talking. I was asking a regular question. We was talking. We was at her baby shower. And she
no.
Yeah, Rick was saying
whose
something.
Baby shower?
Herbert.
Yes,
so Rick said something about her being a godmother. So I said, "Oh, who made you a godmother?" I was just asking who made you.
Like who in the world?
No, that's how she took it.
That's how I took it.
That's how she took it. And I was just asking like, "Oh, who made you a godmother?" What you mean? I can't be a godmother.
But once again though, that's
and I was like, I'm the best godmother ever, honestly.
But it's because truthfully, yo, I tell everybody, that girl wanna be loved on. You feel me? Yeah. She just has that tough chip on her shoulder. Like, yo, don't touch me, don't do that. But it's like, yo, really deep down, she likes to get hugged on. She likes to get kissed on. Not by a lot of men. No man, you know what I'm saying? By the right one. But I'm just saying though, you like to be like, you know what I'm saying? But like she said, her past, you were mine for real.
Different,
though.
Exactly. It's not really affectionate.
Listen.
Oh, you gotta be PDA.
No, it is.
Look,
you'd be surprised.
It's not words of affirmation. Words of affirmation.
Yeah, that's not her shit.
Yeah.
But touching and feeling, she like that shit. She just want to be tough.
But we're talking about parenthood.
That's what I was about to say. Because I'm answering
but it goes back into
it goes to where you feel me.
The thing that I really try to teach my daughter is like, I let my daughter know it's okay to question stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't tell my daughter to just do something without explaining to her why or why she shouldn't. Like, you know how some parents be like, don't question me or if I say do it.
Hate that
teachers would really hate.
And but see, I'm gonna tell. But that's good though, because I want my daughter to ask them why. If she say you in trouble, why am I in trouble?
I need to know because
most of the time we already did.
No. You.
Right.
I've been in your circle with you at school. Jesus Christ.
What?
You like a sergeant. Hey, stand up straight. Did I say it again? Like I said, like people relax you too. I
was going to say, I guess because how I implement my teaching is how I was kind of raised, right? In the sense of, I anybody who, all jokes aside, I'm very nurturing to my kids. Yeah, but I show them both.
Yeah,
I let
as
them
you
know
should, though.
that, because I'm not a parent, like I said, I don't have no kids. But one thing for me is I show kids that you can be loved on and get disciplined and know that it still comes from a good place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think people don't know the balance. Like, they only get one or the other, but they don't get both.
But
and two, and I think that I'm big on it takes a village to raise a child.
It really does.
And that's the truth. So for me, I'm the village, okay? So I'm out here going to help as well. So for me, it's like, yeah, if I'm telling you, I done already explained the rules. I done already went over everything.
But that's the more thing I feel like now that's what she's saying is completely how she is. Like, she already said, she said it in the hallway.
I say in the classroom.
She's not gonna say it again because she already said it in the hallway.
I said it in the classroom before we went in the hallway. I said when we got in line. As soon as we leave that classroom and you still messing up, that means you wasn't paying attention. Right. That means you wasn't listening.
And I don't have a problem with, my daughter actually ended up being wrong in the case, but my thing is at least tell her what she was wrong
I'm
about.
joking, but I tell my kids all the time, if you don't know something, ask. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think more so for me, I'm always big on not sugarcoating nothing to a child. Because this world... it could try to cover you into a bubble, but I feel like the more you're exposed to certain things, the better you are. You know what I'm saying? Now certain things I don't want. Like I remember when the R. Kelly thing came out. First of all, I was dealing with second graders. I shouldn't have that many second graders know what R. Kelly had going on. Mm-hmm. Now that I think that was too much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it allowed us to have an open conversation because elementary kids. I had 5th graders who were doing things that they weren't supposed to be doing. So that lets me know, you know what? Maybe if I actually kind of have this elementary conversation with these second graders, when they get to 5th grade, they're not going to do what the 5th graders now are doing. Mm-hmm. And because you don't want to have that conversation because you feel like they're too young. But with everything that is put on them from social media to TikTok to Instagram, none of these are like... Nigga, we lied about our age when they said 18 years or older. Like, they doing it too. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that I will say this though, she said her kids do love her. That's one thing I will say. All of them love. When they say it, they go crazy. I don't understand why, but it's cool. It's understandable. But
I am a great teacher.
You are. But I will say too is like the society that we came up as, like what we saw on TV, we had Martin Luther King TV show. You get what I'm saying? Like we learned from TV sometimes. Like we had TBS. PBS.
And
like they don't have that
out here. It's just the other stuff is
taking over. Social media, social media became the new norm for all generations now.
Which let's say something about the people too, because you find what you looking for.
Exactly.
Like, cause I don't watch like. When people tell me, "Oh, this is cinnamon and this is the," I don't know.
Not cinnamon.
I'm just saying. I'm saying because I don't watch it, so I don't know some of these reality stars. Like when I say, "Who is that?" They looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, I don't watch.
No, but that's good though. I think because I think certain parents too. Like I remember once I watched kids. I remember I was in the car and I was listening to music, and I'm just like vibing, and then the little girl behind me was like, "Oh, I love this song," and it was WAP. And I was like, no, you don't love this song. I said, you know what? I'm tripping. Why am I even listening to this? And I turned it off. Because literally it's like they soak so much. And then I think as a young parent, I think it's just trying to fight being young and still being hip to being a parent. And sometimes you don't even realize it, even to the music, you know what I'm saying? Or even to the things that you watch, I know me and Alexis joke, like, she'll be watching our podcast or whatever, and we'll be, like, talking about certain stuff, and then, or, like, was it the sex topic or something? It was something we were talking about. She was watching it with Chase, and she was like, you know what? Chase, you don't need the WAP reaction. She was like, you know what, Chase, you don't need to be watching it. And she turned it off, and let's Chase watch this Bob the Train like he always do. And then when he went to sleep, finished it. I think because as a parent, you have to realize, like, granted they're young, but it sticks to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's like the people who say, like, I don't agree with the parents who say, like, Cardi B or whoever can't do this because you got kids looking up. Like, my thing is, they don't supposed to be parenting your kids.
Oh my God, I totally agree.
Even back to what you said about how you said when you say your daughter, you teach her to like ask questions. You know what I'm saying? I think the way you're saying it and the way some parents do it are two different things. You get what I'm saying? Like their kid take it in a way too, like, oh, I can go up there and tell Miss B.
Oh no,
I
not
get in
like
trouble
that. No,
but some do that though, and then she looking at her like, who the hell raised you? But it ain't. But they probably didn't raise her that way, so the kid took it.
My thing is asking questions. That doesn't mean that if you're wrong, like, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna talk about that. But I'm saying, like, just asking why. You know, some adults don't even feel like a kid should ask.
No bullshit.
Like, they just say, if I say, do it. Like, no, I don't want my child, because the thing is, it's almost too like you already is raising your child to take orders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From people.
And not having an independent mindset.
Yeah, you already
Big
teaching
boy.
them to take orders from
Need
people.
your
It's like,
own
no,
book,
you
right?
No, I'm just saying, you already teaching them to take orders from people. It's like, no, you question stuff.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
That's real.
But and like I said, it's the way you do it. Because like you said, that's really a great example of you really build and take orders. Because then when you get to a supervisor and you feel like what they saying to you is completely wrong, but because you were trained,
you still
feel me? It's brainwash. You still do it.
I think it's just, and it's not even just work wise. I think when you get in relationships,
right, it's just
when you deal with
it's
people,
the American dream.
I let her know she has a voice.
I tell everybody about the American dream for real. You feel me? Like one of my friend's father asked me like, what's my thing of the American dream? Like, what's my feeling on it? And I told him, no, he said, what's my American dream? And I told him, you saying, it's me to become well off and chasing my dream and becoming well I always dreamed about being. And his was his. But I said, he said, what do you think the world, like, what did they give you? I said, what they told us was, go to school, get an education, go to college, get a good education, go get a good job. Right. They never showed us, go be an entrepreneur, go do, like, so now at 26 years old, you know what I'm saying, you learn at that age to do it. But some kid now, with our kids, like with Chase, him saying his mom with a business, B when she get her kids, you know what I'm saying, I don't know when it's going to be, but yeah. You get what I'm saying? And then you and me, you feel me? When you grow, now they understand, damn, mommy and daddy created this. Now you can leave them with something, or you can just show them. Like I tell everybody, college not for everybody. So if I had an opportunity where my father had a business that I could run, you get what I'm saying? Or that I can just at least get a leap start on life with. You feel me? I probably went to college. I waited 2 years of college for no reason.
That's one of the things I'm gonna do for my daughter. Like when she gets a little older, like I'm gonna actually like start her like a vending machine company.
I'm into that. I got you.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna like and let her actually, you know what I'm saying, be the one who go around and feel it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She kind of start her own little business. Just for her something to have, but again, like I said, it comes back to a lot of stuff.
Entrepreneurship,
right? And a lot of stuff. Kids are sponges, so they, like when they're in the developmental stage, that affect their whole life. So it's like you teaching them, right? It's important what you teach them during that time.
Exactly. Why they young for real? And like I said, her with that business, B with the podcast, and I just want to do a non-profit like that. Your kids look at that type of stuff. You get what I'm saying?
And even simple stuff. I mean, and some people think it sounds simple. Just like even like what we're eating tonight. Just asking your child one time, what do you think? What do you want to eat?
Big facts. The smallest shit. The small shit for real.
Stuff like you have a say so. Like in what you eat. What do you want to eat?
For real. Yeah.
Kids don't like certain food. You can still try to make them eat. She don't like it. Like you're not gonna make her eat something she don't like.
Exactly. But still implement greens into their.
Of course. I mean, we get like the vegetables, but I'm saying. Like, you know how you go to somebody's house and she probably don't like salmon. You like I'm not gonna make her eat it because you cooked it. No. She don't like salmon.
That's why my daughter makes nice. I want chicken nuggets. I try my best to go there every time she asks. Not because I really don't want to give it to her, but it's more so of it's. Now, granted, that's when the father.
That ain't good all the time.
No, it ain't good all the time, but it's more so of. I kind of had to fall back too because it became to a point where she demanded at some point. Like it was more so like it'll be dinner, like you said, salmon's on that for right laid out. And I don't want that.
I'm like, what we argue about right now is we have a discussion if I give her cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think her issue is the eating the vegetables and fruit, because that's what she eats just on a regular. It's really wild. Like I said, I get her a cupcake. Like I remember for 4th of July weekend, I just brought her some cupcakes and stuff. And you know, they were the little small mini ones. And it was something said about that. Yeah, it was. And again, it goes back to sometimes as moms, and you can kind of. Sometimes it's like stuff is only okay when y'all do it. Sometimes.
If my boyfriend was here, he'd be like,
because the thing is, like, prime example. I know sometimes when I get her stuff, she'll mention it before I even pull it out. Like I pull out a cupcake, so I know you eat cupcake.
Because you know what it is.
You know what it is. But the thing is, it's the fact that It's the fact that I'm giving it to
For
her.
snacks.
And you felt like she shouldn't have it today.
Yeah.
So that's the issue.
Sometimes it's about competition too. I think it's like a competition.
Right.
Who's the best parent?
Yeah,
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, but mothers, and then once
argued
again, you
about
gotta
that
look
too.
at it too as, you feel me, mothers feel like that because they take on a lot. You get what I'm saying? So, sitting back thinking about a lot of things, I understand why they do it.
That's
but
actually a question. I think we're gonna end with that question.
So,
Who do you feel like has the biggest load, mothers or fathers?
ooh,
Mothers.
it depends.
I'm sorry.
It depends.
Nope.
Who do I feel like have the biggest load?
Mhm.
So I think both of them have big loads, but it's in different ways.
Mhm.
Now, if you're talking about directly with the child, mothers.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're talking about society, what I mean by that is like when we got to deal with the deadbeat narrative, we got to deal with the
pressure to
provide and exactly
lot right
being
there,
emotionally
so-
available,
Yeah.
being the protector. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce, you talking some
No,
shit right now.
that's real. Yeah, that's
I'm being
real.
honest.
Well, I'm
You
gonna-
do.
No,
You
I'm
might
being
need your
honest.
own podcast,
Yeah.
but make sure you shout us out.
Of course.
You giving a lot of gems.
You get a lot of
but-
gems.
No, I'm just saying it depends on what you're talking about, but it's both of them are equal because, like you said, it's a balance.
It's a
Yeah.
balance, yeah.
So it's like we both have the just amount of like, I guess pressures, but it's just in different ways.
in different ways.
Yeah, no,
So-
no bullshit.
And
no
on
bullshit.
that note, that's it.
You ain't had to help her.
Yes, she did. She said mothers.
You
She
said mothers.
I said mothers, but I get his point too because I always say like I feel like men in general just have a lot of pressures on them in life. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a lot. I'll be like, hey, I'm kind of glad I'm a woman, but I do feel like physically, emotionally, like we got it.
I know. I don't want to get off topic. I just want a quick question. I'm just gonna leave it just yes or no answer. I mean, just a straight answer for the answer. Who has it easy in life, men or women?
I think who has it easier is men, and
Yeah.
the reason I think men have it like the thing is with women, it's like on top of they already, especially a black woman, you already a woman and then you're black. So
Speak
it's
on it,
like,
Beyonce.
that's I mean we get
That's hard.
Yeah, that's because when you put it in perspective, they let black men vote before white women. So
Thank
that lets
you.
you know how they feel about women.
Women in general.
So you saying men have it easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I think, in a sense, I would say women in a sense.
Okay.
I feel like women in a sense. Like, I will say in today's society,
Okay.
a black woman, I know they say a black woman is the most hated
Yeah.
or whatever, the most disrespected.
Disrespected
That's
and
what it is.
hated. Mm-hmm.
But,
Malcolm X said that.
yes, but I don't know. I mean,
I don't want to get into it
Because you
because
gotta think, even when you go to the wage gap.
This is actually a debate we're
You know,
gonna have.
Yeah, we haven't. So
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to, because we have two.
Yeah,
Separate.
but
No,
You're
anyways,
not.
I thank y'all so much. This
Oh,
was
yeah.
really good
No,
conversation.
this was really
Y'all some good gems. I like
Y'all
that.
really did drop
What's your
some
book gonna be
stuff.
called for the people to know?
No, I think being a parent in today's society is very hard. I think being a parent in general is hard.
Big facts.
But I think being a young parent and trying to balance everything in life can be so difficult. And I tip out my hats to each and every last one of y'all because y'all do it with grace, and I know y'all personally, so I see it.
thank you.
You know I don't know you. But yeah, so I thank y'all so much for coming on to this show. Again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell another friend to watch His and Her podcast. And on that note, this is
Real people.
Real Vibes, Real Conversations.
That's what did it with us.
Peace.